Love was born Ludmilla Bordeaux on December 6, 1975, in the New York City borough of Brooklyn. She was the daughter of Mary and Jean-Maxime Bordeaux. At a time of political repression, her parents emigrated together from Haiti in 1973, leaving their two older children behind with family. Her father had been threatened by the Tonton Macoute, the secret police in Haiti, and her parents traveled to the United States on a tourist visa. They spoke no English when they arrived. Her father became a paint company manager, and her mother worked as a nurse. Love's birth enabled her parents to gain a U.S. residency permit under an immigration law that favored immigrants from the Western Hemisphere who had a child born in the United States. The law expired in January 1976, just 25 days after Love's birth. They later became naturalized citizens. When Love was 5, her family moved from Brooklyn to Norwalk, Connecticut. Love attended Norwalk High School. She was raised as a Roman Catholic in the faith of her parents. After the family settled in Norwalk, her parents brought her older siblings from Haiti to reunite the family. Love attended the University of Hartford Art School with a half-tuition scholarship. She graduated with a degree in musical theater. After college, she worked at Cento Corporation and the EcoPass Corporation. She was also a flight attendant with Continental Airlines. Love moved to Utah in 1998. Love began to be active in civic affairs when she served as the community spokesperson in Saratoga Springs, Utah, in an effort to persuade the developer of her neighborhood to spray against flies. In 2003, Love won a seat on the Saratoga Springs City Council. She was the first female Haitian American elected official in Utah County. She took office in January 2004. During an economic downturn, as part of the City Council, Love approved a transition from the agriculture tax to municipal tax. She worked with other city council members to cut expenses, reducing the city's shortfall during the economic downturn from $3.5 million to $779,000. Saratoga Springs by 2011 had attained the highest possible bond rating for a city of its size. After 6 years on the council, Love was elected mayor of Saratoga Springs, defeating opponent Jeff Frankum by a margin of 861 to 594. She served from January 2010 to January 2014. During her term, Love led the city in dealing with natural disasters, including a wildfire, followed shortly afterward by a severe mudslide. In 2012, Love ran for Congress in Utah's 4th congressional district. The district was created after the 2010 census. She competed for the Republican nomination against Attorney Jay Cobb and state representatives Stephen Sandstrom of Orem and Carl Wimmer of Harriman. She won the nomination on April 21, 2012, with over 70% of the vote. On December 15, 2011, 6th-term Democratic 2nd District incumbent Jim Matheson had announced that he would seek the 4th congressional district seat as well. Nationally, Love received campaign support from 2012 Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney and his wife and Romney, House Majority Leader Eric Cantor, House Budget Committee Chairman, and 2012 Republican Vice Presidential nominee Paul Ryan, and Speaker of the House John Boehner. In 2012, National Journal named Love one of 10 Republicans to follow on Twitter. When speaking to the 2012 Republican National Convention on August 28, 2012, she discussed lessons learned from her parents, immigrants from Haiti, who fled political repression. She said, "Mr. President, I am here to tell you we are not buying what you are selling in 2012. CNN described Love as a rising star. In September 2012, questions arose about Love's parents' immigration status. Forbes investigated a claim in an article that month in Mother Jones that no law existed in 1976 that would have allowed Love's parents to become citizens of the United States after her birth. Forbes found that immigrants who had been residents of the Western Hemisphere could get long-term residency permits, green cards, if they had a child born in the United States. Mother Jones issued a correction. In an October 2012 interview, her father said that Mia's birth as a U.S. citizen was key to him and his wife gaining permanent legal status and ultimately citizenship. In May 2018, a defense bill included language that Love co-authored. The language required the military to evaluate the effects of military policies on investigating service members who bring charges of sexual assault. Also in the spring of 2018, Love signed a discharge petition seeking to force a floor vote on 4 immigration-related bills. One of the 4 bills would have prevented the deportation of illegal immigrants who were brought to the United States as children. This period saw Love advocating on several fronts concerning immigration. She also was the co-leader with Pramila Jayapal of an effort to keep in place rules that allowed accompanying spouses of age, for visa holders, to have work authorization while in the United States. In May 2018, Love's Small Bank Holding Company Relief Act became law. Love was a member of the Congressional Western Caucus and the Climate Solutions Caucus. In the lame duck session of the 115th Congress, Love missed 71 out of 85 votes on a single weekend. She attributed her absence to caring for a sick child. It was more than any other member of Congress who lost re-election and far more than any of the 3 other members of Utah's congressional delegation. Raised a Roman Catholic, Love joined the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints after graduating from college in 1998. While working as a flight attendant in 1998, she moved to Utah as part of her work. She also wanted to be closer to a Mormon temple and to learn more about her faith. While in Utah, Love dated Jason Love, whom she had met previously when he was an LDS missionary in Connecticut. Jason and Mia Love were married in December 1998, for months after their first date. When first married, the Loves lived in American Fork, Utah. They later moved to Saratoga Springs. The Loves had 3 children together. After Love was elected to Congress, the Loves decided that Jason should continue his software work and maintain the couple's residence in Utah. Their 3 children continued to attend school in Utah, and Love used video calling and frequent return trips to Utah to remain in touch with her family. In February 2022, Love was diagnosed with glioblastoma, a form of brain cancer, and doctors predicted she had 10 to 15 months to live. She had surgery, which removed 95% of the tumor. By August 2023, she was enrolled in an immunotherapy clinical trial. At that juncture, the tumor was shrinking. On March 1, 2025, Love's daughter announced on social media that the treatments were no longer effective against the tumor, and the family was moving from treatment to enjoying their remaining time with her. Mia Love died at her home on March 23, 2025, at the age of 49.